Because you are that, you are capable, you are gifted, and you are so unique. All of the things that you may hate about yourself are your strengths. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be opinionated. It's okay to be different. And it's so okay to just love you. The world awaits to receive you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know I was going to pop on the screen with that face. Welcome, welcome, Uncensored Enlightenment Talk family. And you're here with your host, Grace Levi. And yes, you're here with Miss Sassy, Graceful, Beautiful, and Spicy. And we're going to have a great night tonight. I got a lot lined up for you. It was some residual actually from Hot Topics on Sunday, and I just had to get to it. And it had been some more things going on. It's just so much. So I just wanted to say we're going to do another hot topic in the middle of the week. Okay. Sometimes you're going to catch us doing a hot topic in the middle of the week, and then you're going to see us break it up. So today we have a lot. I just want to warn you. We're going to start with light, a little heavy, and then it's going to get a little heavier. But I think you're going to enjoy all the topics that we picked today. And we're going to start with Chrisean and Face. What's his name? Chrisean and Face. No, first, before we start talking about our actual commentary, I want to give a shout out to Sean Davy Way because I was supposed to be taking a nap. And all of a sudden, Sean Davy Way was live with the R. Kelly girl. Okay, I got a surprise for you guys. Okay, I do got a surprise for you guys today. But that was a very, very interesting interview. And I may do a reaction on it later on this week, depending on the developments. I just want to see things develop a little bit more before I make my commentary. Do I believe it? Do I think we should be mean to the young lady? But I'm not going to share my commentary on that. But yeah, that was amazing. I was supposed to be asleep, Sean, and then your ass up there with her. But all right, let's get this commentary started. The first thing we're going to talk about today is Miss Chrisean and Blueface. Now we're going to start off with a before and after. And I've been wanting to talk about this because this really been bothering me. Because people in our community has been uplifting this nonsense, literally making this the go-to topic, making this gold couples. Look how beautiful this young lady is. Did y'all see a picture of her looking like this? I never saw a picture of Chrisean looking like this. Looking so beautiful, so innocent. Let's listen. Let me make sure that y'all can hear it. Y'all know me. I jumped on real fast before I check. I want to make sure that y'all can hear everything that I share with you guys. All right. Yeah, let's listen. Let me see. Look at it. I actually want to mute this.
Envy.
Hold on. Let's mute it. And let's watch the pictures because you know how they like to copyright. Look at this young lady. How innocent looking. How wholesome. I mean, not totally wholesome, but you see what I'm saying. Now, from watching her, you would seem to think that she comes from a very destructive background because of the way that she behaves today. Let me show you an up-to-date of our Miss Beautiful Chrisean and her baby cakes Blueface. Okay, I know y'all seen this. Y'all seen this plenty of times, but I think you really need to put in the account the before and after and how terrible this has turned out to be. Look.
Down, dude.
Look. This is the same young lady
Bro.
in the picture. Same young lady in the picture.
You all right, dude? Bro, that's not good, bro. Damn,
No,
dude.
nobody's worth this. Nobody's worth this. Nobody is worth this type of balance. There's no love in the world that will have you on national TV, TikTok, not even national, but TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, doing this nonsense. So before I go deep, deep, deep in Miss Chrisean and just tell you how much I love you, girl, and I'm praying for you because I believe the young youth is our future. And if we have a lot of you walking around, we're going to be up Shit's Creek without a paddle. But before you get destroyed, I want to share this with you. I found this something that I felt that if you continue down this path that you are going with Blueface, with I'm pregnant, I'm not pregnant, I'm pregnant, I'm not drinking, I'm drinking, I'm doing don't know God's what, I'm kicking the walls down. I know my voice a little bit raspy, but I sound like a man half the time. And that's because she's always yelling. Chrisean, this me. This, excuse me, maybe you.
Mama always told me to be careful how I love. And Daddy always told me to make sure he's right. I always had my eyes on this one particular guy. I was to shine, so I decided to ride.
Chrisean.
I'm sending him a 4-page letter.
All right. I don't want this to be you. Please don't let this be you in the future. Singing a Blueface, saying I'm sending you a 4-page letter, and I sealed it with a kiss. One more time, one more again. One more again. And now we're gonna let you listen to it all. Okay? Let's go.
Mama always told me to be careful how I love. And Daddy always told me to make sure he's right. I always had my eyes on this one particular guy. I was to shine, so I decided to ride. I'm sending him a 4-page letter, and I am closing with a kiss. And when I write him, he better get out on time. 'Cause the one I gave my heart to break my heart so much. How can the one who made me happy make me feel so sad? Oh, somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Him you love me. How could you hurt me like that? How could the one I gave my world to throw my world away? How can the one that said I love you
Tried to warn you,
say
Chrisean.
the things you say? Oh, somebody tell me.
Yes.
Somebody tell me, please. How could you be so cold to me when I gave you everything? All my love, all I had inside.
Okay, I got a surprise for y'all. Okay. I got a surprise for y'all. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hopefully. Oh my God. Let's see. Can I play this real quick? This gonna be Chrisean. Chrisean, cricketer. Cricket. That's gonna be Chrisean. That's gonna be Chrisean, and she keep playing around with Blueface. It's not copacetic. Oh no, and that's not what better cover up. What better cover up is exactly what I wanted to cover up, and that is my baby girl is gonna be singing. I know I'm digging this in a hole a little bit. I'm over there. I don't care because my baby girl is lost. Krishan. Now, I think that we need to have a severe conversation about what's going on with you and Blueface. This is not how relationships are supposed to go. I don't know what type of household you was raised into, but I'm going to tell you right now, from black woman to black woman, baby girl, you need to love yourself. There are many, many, many men in the world. And what you're feeling right now, I believe, is infatuation. I believe that it's infatuation that you're feeling with this young man because he looks a little bit attractive. But that don't mean that you need to throw your life away, that you need to throw your beauty away. You already threw your tooth away. I think you just need to pump the brakes right there, or you're gonna bring that young lady.
Mama always told me to.
I'm gonna stop because I know y'all gonna be like, girl, if you don't get her ass off the damn screen and move the hell on, I'm gonna be mad. But I just had to do that. I had to run it down because Chrisean gonna have to watch. She's gonna have to watch this and realize that what she's going through is not normal. That's not normal behavior. That's not love. And if you have to physically put your hand on somebody to get your point across, baby, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. You're gonna find you and him gonna find yourself in bad predicaments, especially now that you're allegedly pregnant. I can't wait, or I could wait to see what actually goes down with this pregnancy. We're gonna keep our eye on it. If she's still pregnant, people she's saying she is, somebody saying she's not, and all of these things, and it's ridiculous. Okay. So now we're gonna move on into some more domestic violence. Domestic violence. Okay, I don't understand why these people practice domestic violence, but rapper Playboi Carti arrested in Georgia for domestic violence. This is ridiculous. This is what reports say. Fulton County, Georgia, Atlanta rapper Playboi Carti has been reported arrested in Georgia after allegedly choking his baby mother, his pregnant girlfriend until uh, ar- during an argument about a fraternity test. Walk away, girl. Walk away. If you gotta do all of this and baby didn't even come from experience, it's not worth it. They just gonna let you know. It's not worth it. TMZ reports that the arrest affidavit showed that the victim told Fulton County Police that Cardi, whose real name is Jordan Carter, grabbed her throat and held her until she couldn't barely breathe on December 20th. The woman reportedly told police that she was 14 weeks pregnant at the time and thought she was going to die. According to TMZ report, the woman claims the incident began when she tried to talk to Carter about the baby, which led to an argument over the fraternity test that escalated into alleged physical attack. The woman says she was able to get away thanks to witness, but she says he tried to pull her out of the car and stop her from using the vehicle SOS feature to report the attack to the police. Jordan Carter. TMZ said police wrote in the affidavits report that the woman had visible injuries on her neck, chest, and back. Iggy Azalea indirectly tweet about the incident. Imagine having a pregnant girlfriend and pretending that they don't exist until it comes out you like and abuse them too, and rarely visit your actual son unless it's because you're running from whatever problems y'all got going on in Atlanta. The press with your serial abuse of women. The tweet reads. So Iggy has something to shade. Yeah, because people are feeling sweet. I know she is. She will be. You got a baby. You know. You better speak, ma. I saw that and I was like, what the F? Of course, he isn't that. He isn't. They let this man get away and do anything. It's embarrassing. Imagine having a kid by a dude like that. That's wow. There's plenty of women who have kids by people like that. I was reading the actual comments, and there's a lot. I have two kids by a dude like that. Literally, he's a whole bum. This dude will literally not take care of his kids, and then when he get in trouble, he gonna come go hide at the baby mama house because that's the one that's gonna help him out of the trouble, give him some money or protect him because he think that they ain't gonna come and check him. Now I've been there, done that, and baby, his baby mamas better take a whole glass and walk the hell away really, really fast because it's really not worth it. It is really not worth it. Okay. So we're going to get off a little bit of this star news and we're going to continue into some Atlanta news because I know I'm from Atlanta and it be going down out here in Atlanta. We got a Bonnie and Clyde. We got a Bonnie and Clyde couple. We got a Bonnie and Clyde couple who want to dish and dash their damn food and start shooting up the place. Yes, yes, yes. Atlanta news. Okay, so if you're from Atlanta and you know I'm out here in Atlanta, I'm going to be reporting on Atlanta news too. Okay, so if y'all can see this on the screen, let me just make sure. This is ridiculous. Couple shoot security guard after they caught dining and dashing. Straight ratchet. Ratchet. Oh my God, scavengers. I'm just gonna tell you, don't be mad. Don't be mad, Atlanta. But all I know that there's a lot of scavengers here to do shit like this. Okay. If you caught, you caught. Then you gonna shoot the man? Okay. A security guard was shot while trying to stop a couple whom deny and dash at the Atlanta restaurant, authorities in Georgia say. The shooting happened around 11 p.m. Saturday, February 11th. I told you it was a lot going on this weekend. That's why I'm here doing another live. It was just ridiculous. When a couple left the Sage, Woodfire, Trevine, and Dunwoody without paying for their food, according to the city police department. The security guard, who was not named, confronted the couple in the parking lot where a scuffle ensued. Police said at some point, the male patron fired his gun and shot the security guard in the arm and shoulder. Thank God it was just the arm and shoulder. Jesus, protect this man. People are crazy. The couple ran away. They ran away after the shooting. No arrest has been made as Monday, February the 13th. They ran? Oh, how you run away in Georgia? Georgia got some long ass streets. I won't be running. You'll be tired as hell. You had to go in them damn bushes. They probably got in the car. Baby, people in Georgia are lazy too. I know they ain't running down the street. When the last time you saw somebody running down to Georgia? The security guard was taken to the hospital in stable condition, police said. Additional details about the incident weren't immediately available, and authorities say they're still investigating. Dunwoody is about 15 minutes away, northeast of downtown Atlanta. Okay, so shout out to bottom of the barrel Dunwoody. Shut up. I'm not saying that. Dunwoody is not that bad, actually. It's just the people out here in Atlanta, and it's not only the people that come to Georgia, and I'm part of them. They done came and start some trouble. They done came with some gangs and all types of stuff. I ain't saying that ain't true. But what I will say is that the people who here in Atlanta, who was born here and raised here, straight scavengers. Tell them I said it. On some scavenger, literally would be sleeping with your man, coming to your house every day, babysitting your kids. Didn't even know her kid was your kid, brother, or sister. That's Atlanta. Yeah. So we got another Atlanta update, and this is about a missing 16-year-old young lady who now has made an arrest in connection to the 16-year-old girl being missing. And I'm going to tell y'all a story because y'all know I always got a story. Okay. So let's read this first and then I'm going to tell you my story. Georgia police officer arrested in connection with death of 16-year-old girl who was missing for 6 months, authorities said. And this is brought to you by CNN News. Look at this beautiful young lady. This is ridiculous. Susanna remains were found last week after she was reported missing in July by police. And excuse me, guys, sorry. An Atlanta police officer has been fired and arrested on suspicion of concealing the death of a 16-year-old girl whose remains were found last week, some 6 months after her family last saw her, authorities said. Miles Bryant, a 22-year-old Doraville, Georgia police officer, was arrested on preliminary charges of false reporting a crime and concealing the death of another in connection with the death of Susan Morales, the Gwinnett County Police Department says in the news release Monday. Okay? Oh my God, this is just ridiculous. Brian was employed as a police officer in Dunwoody, an Atlanta suburb, and DeKalb County city that neighbors Gwinnett County. Okay? Brian was being held Monday in county jail without opportunity for bond. Gwinnett County Police said details about what persists he is precisely, I do apologize, precisely he is accused of doing and what led investigation to him weren't immediately available. Brian was fired on Doors from Doorsville Police Department Monday after officers were made aware of the charges against him. A city official said he was with the department for nearly 2 years, having started May 2021. CNN was unable to determine whether Brian has an attorney. The remainder Morales and residents of Norcross, a city some 20 miles northwest of Atlanta, were found February 6th near a highway in East Gwinnett County after a passerby reports seeing what looked like a human remains in the woods. Investigators still are trying to determine the team manner of cause of death, and the Gwinnett police release said. Morales has been missing since July 26, 2022, when she texted her mother that she was walking home from a nearby friend's house. She never made it home, according to police. The teen's cell phone and video footage show Morales walking towards her home that night, police said. Cited in the part, a local application, investigators believe she may have gotten into a vehicle, Gwinnett County Police said in late January. So this is a picture of the guy, and I wish I could see him. This is ridiculous. And look at her. Look at her. All right. This is ridiculous because we do have to be aware of what's going on around us because you never know. And just because people are in prominent position does not mean that they are not capable of doing the unthinkable. We don't know what this officer's connection is, but it is a good connection for him to be fired immediately, and they're not saying what he's charged with. So I do pray for this young lady's family because at the end of the day, for your child just to go to a friend house and not make it home, it is very, very tragic. So this is another Atlanta update from the 16-year-old girl who was missing in July. They have found, located her, and now Atlanta police is under investigation, has been fired, allegedly for connection. So we ain't saying he did it, but he may have been covering up something. So I got a story. You want to hear it? Here you go. So a couple of years ago, I happened to be in court. Y'all like, damn, why the hell she always in court? Well, I was fighting a traffic ticket, and I almost got held in contempt in court because the chick hated me and she didn't like what I was saying. Make a long story short, probably like a week or two later, I ran into this officer, and the officer was like, "Hey, you look familiar." I was like, "Yeah, you was the one that was gonna hold me in contempt. You was about to lock me up, had me back there behind the bars while my daughter was in the court looking crying. It was that bad. I got stories." Anyway, make a long story short, I said, "I forgive you." He was like, "Oh, I was just doing my job. That judge, she just, you got to follow. You can't ask that question." I said, "Yeah, you can't be free to talk. You can't be free to talk, and that's why she almost locked me up. But I wanted to ask you a question, officer. Now, it was this Caucasian man that happened to come get in contact with me because I've been making videos on YouTube way before this. I've been censored way before this. So on my other channel, I was making videos pertaining to law, my court cases, things I was talking about, corny things that y'all wouldn't like. And I also always made updates about sex trafficking, being aware of the summer solstice, what happens in the beginning of September, what happens at just before the new year, how it be, these springs of earthers, mysterious celebrities passing, those type of things. So it prompted this gentleman to inbox me and basically start telling me about what was going on in my local area. Okay. And this is why I'm telling you because it's so weird. Okay. So basically, he was saying, I like what you're doing because there's not a lot of people of your color. This is a white man, because I'm cool with everybody, but I'm going to speak my piece. He was like, that's actually literally trying to communicate to the Black community what's going on as far as the ex trafficking, being aware, protecting your kids, educating your own self, these type of things. And he said, it's very, very important for you to get this out to your people. And when he said that to me, I didn't even take offense. Because he was like, because they're not paying attention. And I'm like, I understand. Much respect. We all on different learning levels. We all see things different. That's why I bring commentary different ways so we can all connect, figure this out together. He said, well, basically, in your area, I have been trying to bring evidence to the prosecutor's office, his slew of evidence that allegedly that there are officers and of the law and peoples of the courts that has been involved in ex trafficking in my area in Atlanta. I'm in Georgia. I'm just telling you the truth. Okay. And that the prosecutors in my area, in my town, will not listen to anything he has to say. This was about 4 years ago. This was almost 2 years before the pandemic because I was on the Black Discovery channel, that channel that they took down, but I got all the recordings. Gotcha. Anyway, so I was like, listen, how do you know this is true? And he was like, well, I have the evidence. I have people who have been involved in this, that, and the third. So when he told me all this, I had this in the back of my mind when I was talking to the officer. So let's get back to the officer. So I said, hey, sir, I heard there's some funny things going on around. He's like, funny things like what? I said, first and foremost, do you attend the council meetings and things that happens here? Because I've seen a gentleman who went to the council meeting because he showed a video. His name was Carl Thompson. He showed a video of him basically at the council meeting in my town trying to tell him about the sex trafficking and the police that was allegedly involved. And they was literally trying to get him banned and escorted out, saying, this is not the time to talk about that. This is not the time to talk about that. Literally concerns about the police department. So when I talked to the gentleman, I didn't bring it to him to that attention, but I said, do y'all in that, aspects, because he gonna be like, what you trying to call me? So I was like, listen, do the police officers, or did you ever come in encounter with a high, or anything that has to do with like sex trafficking, that type of stuff? He was like, yeah, all the time. Now, mind you, I live in a town. I don't live in Atlanta. I live outside of Atlanta. So when I moved here, it wasn't even like the way it is now. So basically, he was like, yeah. He was like, it was this one young lady. We arrested her for prostitution, and she was so high out of her brain that she didn't know her name. She didn't know where she was from. And they literally had to find her on Facebook. So they went through Facebook, found her as a missing person. Come to find out she was from another state. She'd been brought into Atlanta and ex-trafficked and drugged up. Okay. Now, I know I told you that story and that cop may have not been involved, but I'm telling you the story to say that it's real, that these things are real and we cannot discredit it. You have to be aware of everyone around you. I don't care if they're police officers, if they're your uncles, they're your mamas, they're your sisters, your brothers. We have some people that's mentally off in their heads, especially when they're blinded about startitude, or even positiontude, because you don't even have to be a star. You don't have to be a star for people to idolize you. You have uncles in our family. You have neighbors who people idolize. Oh, they would never. Oh, he's amazing. And this person has 3 people in the basement. You remember when the black lady kept trying to tell the person, like, something ain't right, he's a killer, and nobody will listen to the lady, and he was literally a murderer. So we have to pay attention to those things. Please teach your daughter about signs of people trying to lure them places, about men love bombing them, because we have this culture where girls, oh, you gotta want to be taken care of, and you gotta buy me this, and he gotta be making $20,000-$30,000 a day. Baby, that lifestyle come with something. What y'all seeing on TV is not all what it's cracked up to be. And the girls will not tell you until it's too late. I.e., an example. I don't know the young lady name, but maybe I'll bring it up and see how she's doing, if she's still alive. The young lady who was not a video vixen, but she was trying to make it in the industry. And I think Tasha K did a video on her, and she had full-blown HIV or AIDS. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't figure this out until she was about 80 pounds. How do you don't figure out that you have a diagnosis like this until you're 80 pounds? That tells you how less educated our youth is, how much they don't take care of their body, they don't get checked up. And guess whose fault is that? Guess whose fault is that? That's our fault as parents as well. I know we got some hard-headed ass kids, teenagers, and things like that, but baby, when you're the breadwinner and you have been born them since a child with morals, values, integrity, and they do as you do, because kids do as you do. So these kids ain't corrupted because they just fucking corrupted. It's because they see what the hell is going on around them, what you subject them to. So us as the Black community got to take responsibility. I know I got a little serious on that commentary. But I got to, because that right there is serious. And I think people use their position as a way to take advantage. All right, so we're going to continue with some more celebrity news, but not right at this second. I also got that video of Jay Prince's daughter. We're going to talk about Jay Prince's daughter and talk about domestic violence. Oh, I didn't put that in the title. Y'all ain't know that I had that video too. But before we get into that, we're going to get into one more article that is actually from Atlanta. And this article is Councilman pushes for rideshare protection after daughter is gunned down in Uber. Okay, there's been some things going on in Uber and Lyft, and I think the Black community needs to be aware of that too, because there has been undercover a high string of rapes connected to Uber. And you know who Uber connected to, even though he's just the face of it. Jay-Z. I'm just playing. I'm not playing, but I'm telling you the truth. But we're not saying that he got connection to the people who doing stuff, but you know, I gotta just throw some conspiracy shit in there so y'all can listen. But anyway, let's get to what's going on with this council member and his daughter. And this happened at Peachtree Corner Councilman. This is Peachtree Corner Councilman Joe Sawyer says his daughter car was shot 18 times. November 24th. The suspect was killed in the shooting with the DeKalb police. Let's listen.
Are you skeptical of head?
See if they're gonna after this commercial. We got 27 seconds. I want to make sure that y'all can hear it too. So I'm gonna take it off the screen and I'm gonna put it right back on, because I want y'all know how I move. I move a little fast. All right, commercial. Let's skip.
One of the most popular side hustles in town can be dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous out there. And tonight, a Metro Atlanta councilman says that rideshare drivers need to have the right to carry a gun to protect themselves. Joe Sayer's daughter, Lauren, was gunned down in November while driving a Lyft in DeKalb County.
And tonight, a proposal is in the works that would allow Uber and Lyft drivers to carry a gun. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is here with the details.
Jennifer, Ron, both Lyft and Uber, they don't allow drivers to carry a weapon, but Peachtree Corners
Councilman Joe Sawyer says times have changed in Georgia, and so should the rideshare company's weapon policy.
November 21st,
Why not?
my daughter was tragically murdered.
Lauren Allen, a mother of 3, was simply doing her job.
You never know who you're going to have in the back seat.
Lauren was dropping off a woman who, unbeknownst to her, was in a domestic dispute with the suspect.
That guy shot her car 18 times.
Lauren
Wow.
didn't survive.
It's very hard.
What the
Cody.
fuck?
It's very hard because we look for her to drive down the street at any moment.
Instead, they have to come here, a reminder as to that fateful night.
We're going to do something for her in her honor.
Lauren's dad, who's also a Peachtree councilman, is pushing for change in Georgia.
I look at my daughter's incident, and they need to be able to protect themselves. Somebody's got to fight for these drivers.
In 2019, former state representative Scott Turner, who was also an Uber driver, sponsored a bill. It would have allowed Uber and Lyft drivers who have a concealed weapons permit to carry a gun. The bill never made it to the floor.
But hey, this is 2023. I mean, it's a state law. You don't need a permit to carry a gun.
Thank you.
Now.
That's what I was
state law.
saying.
Councilman Sawyer says Uber and Lyft drivers can't continue to be sitting ducks.
At least it gives them a chance. And people, these robbers, they don't care. They gonna shoot somebody.
All right, yeah, that is so crazy because we were just talking about that where literally the gun laws change in about 21 states in the United States where everybody can carry a gun without a permit, and that includes Georgia. So I don't understand why Lyft and Uber will have that policy when literally people can just walk around with a gun. And also, this is a castle state, meaning like you can protect yourself even before this gun law change in Georgia. Before I had my gun license, I still was able to have a gun in my home and also have a gun in my car. And we can use it if anyone comes into our domain as protection. So this is wrong on so many levels. But I'm just like, what happened that her car got shot up so many times? Like, that is just totally ridiculous and is not acceptable. But I got another story. Come on, y'all ready to listen to this? I got another story. All right, now this is something about a patient, actually. Now, when I was one of these contracts, it was like last year. It was a young man that came in. He was out here in Atlanta, and allegedly listen to this, y'all. It gets serious, so you just gotta just be aware. You never know, because especially in these states where now they're driving around with just guns and anybody over 18 and people literally ain't there. So what ended up happening to this young man, allegedly, he said that he was coming from going out or coming from work. He was driving down the highway. He said that gunfire went off while he was driving. And he just lost control of his car and went into the ditch. And this half the story. I'm the nurse. I was just getting some of the story. So he said that when he went into the ditch, he hit his head. Now, he didn't get shot at that time. But I was like, what happened? What made them shoot? Like, why was they shooting? And come to find out, allegedly, as per the mother, when she finished the story and told me that they were shooting on the highway. Now, this ain't the first time where you're hearing disgruntled drivers chasing people down. This happened a few times in Georgia. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people here. That's why I just fall back. I'm like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. Listen, I'm a fucking millionaire. In my head, I'm a millionaire. I ain't got to go nowhere that fast. And if I'm gonna be late, baby, I'll be there unless I'm in labor. So what that goes to say, he said that allegedly that it was shooting on a highway. The bullets shot the car. I don't know if it made him, I don't know how it made him crash. It was him and another lady. So when he ended up coming to the hospital, guess what he was coming to the hospital for? Seizures. We couldn't figure out why this young man was having seizures. Literally, he started having seizures 7 days later because he had a concussion. CTE, what is it? CTE, that concussion. When we talk about that, remember this topic that we talk about. So he was blacking out. He didn't remember what ended up happening. He had busted a seizure, fell into the glass, He said, I guess his mama like me. She don't like mess and she don't play that shit. He said he just got up and he saw that the glass was broken. He was like, oh snap, like he didn't know that what happened. So he just started cleaning up the glass. And his brother came in after he heard that and was like, what went on? And that was the first seizure. And then like 10 minutes, 15 minutes later, he had another seizure walking down the hallway because literally he had a concussion that was escalating. Only took care of him for that one shift. He came in probably 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's all I could tell you. But all I know that it was related to random gunfire on the highway, fucking road rage, people not having discernment, and everybody having access to guns right now. Okay, and I just taught you about possible CTE and concussion signs and symptoms. Okay. Yeah, so I want to say rest in peace to this councilman's daughter because things be going down in the A. I literally came from Newark, New Jersey, like, yo, this thing done follow me. The hood done follow my ass. I can't get away from it. Okay. So I do got more local news for you, but before we get into the local news, let's move on because I know I be sharing a lot of local news and I'm sharing celebrity news. Let's get into a little something today. We have fans that are concerned. They are concerned about my favorite singers. Y'all know we not 80s babies, so who we love? Casey, Jodeci, Devontae. You know how it was. Ooh, this especially Joe KC, his ass. He just keep on. Ooh yeah, Lifting up his shirt. Lifting up his shirt. I'm sorry. Oh shit, y'all know I ain't got no behavior. Oh man. So listen, I thank you for the comments, y'all. Y'all know I'm learning how to broadcast and read the comments. So I appreciate you guys and the thumbs up. I'll be here. So moving forward, look at this shit. Excuse my language. On a Wednesday. Casey, Jodeci. Now, what happened to my baby? Something happened to JoJo. Now, I can't make no diagnosis, but all I know, he got a lot of abdominal girth. And he telling me he may got some heart issues. I ain't saying it got nothing to do with this, but all I know is that my baby not doing well. So let's listen to him sing. Okay, I can't play because I know I'm gonna get copyright. But first and foremost, KC still got it. His old ass coming up there. He was one of them old drunk men at the liquor store talking about. And this time could me good goodbye. Yeah, y'all know it. I got it. JoJo, on the other hand, he coming up there. I'm not cracking jokes, but I'm gonna have to crack some jokes. JoJo, they should have not did that. They should have not put him on the stage. Look at my man face. I'm gonna mute it. You're gonna see. Can I mute this? Can I mute it? I want to mute it because I want y'all to watch JoJo get off the stage. Look at his face. Okay. Damn it. How can I mute this? I can't mute it right this second. But you see JoJo face? JoJo like, damn, man, I knew I shouldn't have came out here. This is some bullshit. Man, he like, yo, he told him I can't do this. I think he told him like this, I can't do this. Like, in case you gotta, man, you gotta come out for the family. And look at him, he like, y'all saw that face. Y'all saw that face, y'all. Y'all saw that face. My man was a little disappointed. So fans are concerned about JoJo, which they should be. He is getting older in age, but my man didn't even look like he wanted to be there. He like, man, I'm just here for the check. Like, you really try to make me come here for the check when you could have just did this and put me on a teleprompter or something like that. So that's what I'm reading from this. Shout out to my favorite Casey and JoJo. Casey, JoJo, Devontae. I gotta do all the body thing. Y'all know how they used to get down. Yup. All right. Y'all know I got no behavior. Today, Wednesday. We about 45 minutes in. Now, what I want to do is before I get to J Prince's daughter and her alleged abuse, and psychological breakdown, we got to give you a word from my sponsor. I love you.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sponsoring us. Buyback team. Let's buy the block back without going through home mortgages and loans, baby. We first in line. But I have some more, like the next segment of this is going to be a little heavy and a little long. We still got like 45 minutes, okay? We're going to be getting into J Prince's daughter and her crazy self. Oh my gosh, she lost her mind. We also got one more local update brought to you by this is Alabama, okay? Police corruption. We also have updates about Rihanna and their reaction to the Super Bowl, and people allegedly calling her Miss Witchy. Okay, and lastly, we're going to finish off with an update on XXXTentacion. It's XXXTentacion murderer court trial. So we're going to finish off to let y'all listen to that, and then we're going to come back on Hood Politics to actually give our commentary about the XXXTentacion. But we're going to introduce it. We're going to finish it off here tonight's segment with that to the people who are interested in that. Yes, XXXTentacion. I'm going to say before we even just jump to him, he is amazing, enlightened young man. Okay. When I learned about him, I was amazed. So I truly respect XXXTentacion, even though he's not in my age group. His mind was way beyond what people knew. Now, this is domestic violence. And look how, what a coinkydink that this happened to come out about somebody who is having issues with Cardi B, having issues with had issues with Megan Thee Stallion, Jay-Z. He chooses to have a lot of BNP, a lot of people's stuff. J Prince. Okay, just know that he is in. Y'all know it. Every time trying to be somebody mediator and all types of stuff, and somebody airing out his damn laundry. Dirty laundry. So first and foremost, I need to figure out why was the camera on? Why was this girl recording herself acting like a fucking savage? That's first and foremost. Who has this camera on? Who she's trying to tell? Who she's trying to warn? She must have been on the phone with somebody telling somebody I can't take this, F this, or on the internet. Where did this video come from? Or literally he got spy cameras on his daughter, or somebody got spy cameras. That's the first question I'm going to ask. Who the fuck is recording this? And if they saw this going on, why they didn't take this girl? Look at this. Balance. I'm sorry. Balance. Oh my God. Okay, I got to stop that because that is abuse. That is violence. And she deserved to get exactly what she's getting. Allegedly, the YouTube streets is saying that the police have seen this and they went to Miss J Prince's daughter's house, and this is good. Say clank, clank. Clank, clank. Yes, baby. That's the only time I get down with them, when they're going to get people for abuse and killing people. Like, well, how are you going to be doing that to a baby? That baby probably hungry. That baby probably pissy. That baby probably spoil you. They probably spoiled the baby. Then now, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Or the baby colicky, gas. But this is what happens when young mothers have babies. when young people have babies and there's no one to guide them. This is why I'm gonna keep it real. When I had my kid, I moved out actually when I was 17 years old. I could not stay with my mother. My mother, long story, got me locked up. Domestic violence. And I ain't coming back. I said, oh no, but you got me locked up on Frost Precincts. I can't be messing with her. She deal with the popo. So with that goes to say, I had my first apartment when I was 17, going on 18. I wasn't pregnant at the time. About a year later, I was preggo. I had my son just before I turned 19. I was turned 19 in November. He was born October. But even my young running the streets ass knew, oh no, I gotta go back to my mama house for a second. I need some help. I'm about to have this baby. I got this crazy baby daddy running the streets, got me running the streets behind him. I knew that I'm gonna have to go back and get some covering. And that is the thing. These young ladies don't have no covering. They don't have covering from the boyfriends that's never going to be the husbands. They don't have covering from the mothers who literally like, yo, I'm done with this because you running behind this dude, or I just never cared. I just need you to get the hell out of my house. Or they just never had covering for their fathers. So that is one of the primary issues that you see here. Where the fuck is Jay Prince? Where are you when your daughter and the baby, your grandbaby, going through this? Where's your nanny? Where's your nanny? Where is the nanny? You got all this money, you got all this time to be online, everybody else's business, but you ain't being in your daughter business. And then when she reply, when your ass reply, you talking about all this subliminal message nonsense and not addressing the issue that your daughter had a mental breakdown on the internet. God knows who the hell was recording her. Whoever she was talking to on the phone didn't give a damn, released it, and you over here talking about subliminal messages. Baby, you need to get your life together. This is disgusting. This right here, no. I don't accept this at all. Jay Prince need to take a whole glass of y'all know I let her take a whole glass of shut the fuck up and go get his damn grandkids. Get his motherfucker. He need to grit his grandkids. Y'all know I love kids and old people and slow people too. That's why I love certain content creators out there that was acting all weird to me because I knew he was slow. I liked him. Just slow people make me love them. I like to take up for them. So yeah, I be passionate. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, but that's my booski. I mean, not really, because he gotta get his life together, but I still got love for him. Now, moving forward, let's get into Miss Witchy. And we're not even talking about Rihanna yet. I have been working on this documentary and I'm putting it together, y'all. Yes, slowly but surely, because this life of this witchy is very complicated. Her and her hubby is ridiculously complicated, and I just have to do my research. So there's so many people involved in this Beyonce, Jay-Z, witchy thing, Illuminati thing, that I'm literally getting interviews from all over the place. I'm going from Beanie Siegel to Biggs to Dave Dash to Rachel Ray. There's a lot of people involved in this. A lot of Craig Mack. I'm going to bring everybody. So the documentary probably consist of 3 hours, probably broke into 3 parts, but I'm definitely going to start recording this weekend, and hopefully I can release one of the parts because I got a good amount of information. So we could get a total big picture of Miss B, alleged witchy, and her husband, alleged the warlock. Now let's listen to this because we got a pastor that ain't here to play, here to slay. And I don't care if you ain't Christian or whatever you is. People got things to say. Stop looking at their religion, looking at when they say Jesus or the Bible, y'all go for running off. Oh, she said the Bible. She's religious. Stop being a damn heathen. Stop being a heathen. The Bible is one of the oldest books on this planet, and that's the only one that's going to lead you to your freedom. If you don't know, then you just don't fucking know. I don't care. But when we talk about the Bible, we talk about things. Stop saying it's religion. Okay, we Hebrews here. We talk about spirituality. We talk about the Bible, the Psalms. The Psalms have magic in it, but y'all don't know about what y'all call magic. It's God. We ain't gonna talk about that now. Oh my God, Pastor goes off on Christian, sorry, for wanting to go to Beyonce's Renaissance tour. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
I don't care what pastor you got that is okay with it. I don't care what pastor you got that think it's cool. I don't care what pastor you got that's singing along to their song because they want some clout.
Clout.
Why you think that man called himself Jehovah? It was short for Jehovah.
Jesus. It's like Kanye trying to reincarnate.
When a witch has a coven, it's normally a small thing. Witches' covens are normally 3 to 7 people. When it becomes thousands, it's called a hive. Y'all are part of that lady beehive? And you call yourself a Christian? May the dealings of the Lord come upon you. You think this is small stuff. You think you not going to that lady's concert is not an initiation. You think you not going to that concert is not a ritual. You think you not going to concert. It's not a gate.
Not a gateway.
That entire concert is a gate.
Be judged.
How dare you? Call yourself a Christian.
It ain't about being Christian. She
You in the name of Jesus. How dare you call
everybody? It ain't like I said, forget the word Christian. Just understand good and evil. And if she talking about portals of darkness, do you remember the last hold up. Wait till we show you the documentary. I know they probably gonna be having some of these images copywritten. I'ma pray that they don't, I could get as many images, but I'm gonna tell you, she be having the witchy going on up in her. Yo, even the Grammys with the guy with the big ass bubble suit and the red, he like his the new saint. What is it? Satan worship on the Grammys. This is what you see on the headlines. It's okay. It's okay now. It's okay. Right. Miss Witchy. So that was just to give y'all a sneak peek that we ain't the only ones that's keeping our eye on Miss Witchy. We know what's going on allegedly. Got the beehive under the swarm. Got the beehive swarming around people, attacking people and shit. You can't say nothing. But a lot of celebrities have their actual followers like this. And this is what I want to tell you, because this channel, this is going to be the highest paid channel on YouTube, because YouTube owed me. Best believe. I already claimed it. YouTube owed me. But what that goes to say, I don't need that type of stuff. I don't need no beehive, no whatever. Y'all are family. The people here should be able to critically think, to say, oh no, that ain't right. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh no, you need to take a half glass and shut the hell up. Listen, I'm Haitian. I don't mind. I'm Haitian and Bayesian. We raw. Say what you say, but make sure it's out of love, because we can feel the spirit over here. Now that's the difference. So I don't want no one following this page thinking that you have to idolize me. I know I'm beautiful, but I'm not like that. Okay, I'm really down to earth. I don't like that, and I'm just letting y'all know that is not copacetic. That is not of God. You are not to idolize no one that you see on the screen. Even though I want millions of people to watch me, I want y'all to watch, yeah, because we got some shit to talk about. We got a different perspective over here. But it's not to control or to make you, oh my God, don't talk about her, I'm gonna kill you. I want y'all to have my back. But that's some bullshit, not like that. Not the way these people act. Stalking people, allegedly setting people cars on fire. Yeah, I watch all of that. I haven't followed up on the Jaguar Wright thing. It's a lot. See, with me, I'm going to follow up when it gets to the climax. because all this video. I don't have time to be making a million videos. Y'all gonna see I'm gonna make 2 major videos a week. We're gonna chop that bitch up. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna keep it moving because we all got a life. And then y'all gonna watch me on my other channels and get this work, get this knowledge about real estate. All right. And all this rest of this knowledge that I'm sharing on my other channels, they're a little bit more professional. So I hope you guys go over there and get the what people call corny stuff. But with that goes to say, don't never idolize Grace Levi. I don't like that. I want ride or die, I want real. Because where I'm from in Haiti, people tell, oh, no, that's not right. You wrong. And I'll be like, no, you wrong. And then we go back and forth. I'm like, damn, I was wrong. All right, I was wrong. See, that's real. Okay. All right, so let's get into Miss Riri, Miss Witchy number 2, allegedly. Now I don't hear much talk about Rihanna being a witch per se. I hear the talks that they used to say that she was part of the Illuminati around the time when her and Jay-Z was doing all those videos in like the late 90s. They were all in this black gothic, and people started getting on them like really wasn't liking that because we wasn't beat in the 90s. That's why they shut y'all up, because we were shutting shit down. Like when they came on the stage and Jay-Z and them was all with the cars and the fires in the video, you know what I'm talking about? And there's like, yo, and red, all that. We was like, Illuminati, da-da-da. We was just saying shit. Everybody was just like, nah, they so. That's where a lot of the talk came from, because we were able to talk. And they stopped. You'll peep it. They slowed down and more things got subliminal. But look at this. Now they're saying that Rihanna's accused of worshiping the devil during her bowl halftime show. Now here you go. Now these things like this, let's just read it. Shit, let's really make some damn comments. I'm making comments before I read it. Let me read the shit. Okay, paying homage to her Instagram username, Rihanna has been accused of being a bad guy for apparently worshiping the devil during her epic 2023 Super Bowl halftime show. The Barbadian bombshell, whoop, 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 Benjamin, that don't mean that she living right. Just because she Barbadian, I ain't saying that she living right. We just from the same nation. There is some messed up Hebrews out there, but I'm just saying. So the Barbadian bombshell kicked off her live performance, suspending high above the Arizona Stadium on Sunday, February 12th, while wearing a deep red jumpsuit with a army of dancers dressed with white below her. So the 34-year-old who is in a relationship with A$AP Rocky, who is displaying her baby bump, which makes her second pregnancy 9 months after the birth of her son on May 22nd. Oh, that's cool. So her baby may be born in October. That's so crazy because I got pregnant when I was like 9-10 months with my daughter. But after I had my son was like 9 months old. Yep. And my son was born in October and my daughter was born in May. That's a weird. Okay, Rihanna. Rihanna brought out all the hits. I mean, there are just so many, but they're all old school. She didn't come out with nothing new. No disrespect, Rihanna. When I was listening to her, I was like, girl, that's what we was listening to back in the day. When we're going to listen to something new. Let me shut up. I like this song, though. They better have my money. We Found Love and Umbrella all made the appearance. The Mega 13-minute set also include Only Girl in the World, Rude Boy. Oh boy, these are all old ass songs. Despite what many world would call an amazing performance, the singer had been accused of worshiping the devil. The devil. Now, what this did remind me of just a little bit was the CERN ceremony. Have y'all ever seen the CERN ceremony? Okay. We're going to probably show y'all a little bit of the CERN ceremony and compare it to this, okay? Y'all like, what the hell is CERN? Baby, I'm going to take y'all all around the world over here on Uncensored. The shit y'all never knew about, y'all going to know about. It's going to make some sense. And y'all going to be like, oh my God, I'm woke. But y'all going to be able to handle it because we're going to give you the heart to be able to handle a lot of the tragedy that's going on too. And it's real. Rihanna brought out all of his. I mean, Stop it. I'm on already. Rihanna bought out all of his. I mean, there are just so many. Okay, we talked about that. Despite so that we know that they see now. Why did they say that? New York Times bestselling author Gabrielle tweeted, "Why do all the major live performances by woke artists have demonic feelings?" Sam Smith, now Rihanna, Holly Weird has gone insane. An expectant Riri fan flooded the reply section with one person writing, "Does the color red trigger mega?" There was nothing satanic about the back performance. One of more mild performance during the Super Bowl I have seen in a while. If this was woke, you need to go back to sleep. Another added, "Yeah, this is weird. Satan hasn't even gone on record about his favorite color." However, some users did agree with Gabrielle as bro agree, can't watch. They secretly like mega colors. After adding, while someone else said they try to top each other in the edgy department. Kind of sad and pathetic. So, I mean, I didn't watch the full performance, but I'm gonna watch it and see what the hell they talking about. I know she came down. Look at her looking like a witchy witch. I mean, I wonder why they do all of that though. Why do they present themselves like that with all the red and the horns? Like, look, no. Let me bring up the thing about CERN. Okay, let me see. Will they play? I don't want her to talk. I want it to be mute. Now look at this. Yes, this look like CERN. Okay, watch it. Watch it, guys. Oh, that's what the fuck they talking about. We gonna watch this. Everybody trying to show their stomach too. This like CERN. Look at that. Look at that. Yep. All right. Oh, now I see what the hell they talking about. Now I see, because people don't know about CERN. All right, so this is what we about to do. Give me 1 second. I'm about to pull this up for you guys so you guys can see what the hell they think they talk about. Okay, CERN. CERN performance. Look at this. Look. Yes. Look at this. Okay. I found it. Okay, I'm bringing it on the screen for you guys. Hold up. Look at this. This is what they're trying to say. Rihanna's show. This is why they say it's satanic, because CERN is allegedly supposed to be opening a portal to darkness into the world. It's a hydrogen collider that's supposed to be breaking the atom apart so it can open the dimensions, allegedly. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Oh, it's some shit going on while you're watching celebrity gossip. And I think they like the celebrities is showing y'all on the other hand. But look at this. I want y'all to watch this. Now, this is an abstract performance of a Switzerland rail. Okay. CERN is the hydrogen collider that is supposed to be harboring all of this energy from different generators as transformers to collide an atom together to allegedly bust it open and make what happened when the first molecule or the first atom was created. So they want to recreate the creation of life, which would allegedly open a portal to different dimensions. That's what people are saying. Look at this shit. Watch this. This is what they saying. This is what they say. Why not this part? But when you're gonna see the dancing and stuff, and they're gonna say that it's CERN. That's what. Look. They so weird. Look at this. This is supposed to be science. Why the hell science look like this? This is supposed to be literally. These are their workers. This CERN. Ever heard of this? This is what I think they're comparing Rihanna show to. She didn't have all of that in the back. I know I'm reaching. But I think that's what they're doing because this is how the CERN show was. A lot of people make their shows like this with people dancing around them and shit like that. Look at these people. Crazy ass. Look at him, look at him, look at him. Look at it go. This is supposed to be science. All right, I'm gonna stop it right there because y'all not even ready for that. Y'all like, what the hell did Grace just show us? We don't know what that means. Many don't even realize what's happening exactly. I know y'all like, yeah. What did she just show us? Yeah, the people who woke. Don't worry, just all right. You might as well go back to sleep. Hey, we ain't never going back to sleep. We up. We watching y'all sleep. It's okay because when shit hit the fan, we're gonna be talking more about other shit than just celebrity gossip. But you see, we mixing it up here because we need y'all to be aware because celebrity gossip, celebrities have something to do with this madness. They have a lot to do with this madness. A lot to do with this madness. All right, so let's get into one more topic before we get into. Oh, damn, we got two more topics. We're gonna get into another topic that has to do with our celebrities. This topic is something that we've been following on hood politics, which is the YSL case. And the reason why we're following it, one, is because of the way that they're applying the laws is totally crazy. And the way that the damn judge is acting is even more crazy. So we got an update about the YSL judge and his damn behavior because he ain't acting like a regular judge. And even Lawyer from Workers even said it, like the way he behaved is not typical. But as I told them, or as I said, judges in Georgia doesn't act typical. This is a do as you want to state. They apply what they want to. Literally, my beautiful, nice self, and I was literally a nurse, and I'm still a nurse. At that time, I was literally like really in it to win it. They held me in contempt. About to lock my ass up because I wouldn't plead guilty or not guilty for a ticket. Literally. I told them I didn't understand. I said, how the hell you got me in a criminal court for a traffic ticket? This is not I'm not supposed to be facing criminal charges for a traffic ticket. Ma'am, do you understand? Do you want to plead guilty or not guilty? Excuse me. No, I don't want to do anything because I don't understand why the fuck I'm here. Why am I here? This is a criminal court. But y'all don't understand what I'm saying. But we'll move forward. Now, judges scold potential juror in Young Thug Rico trial, threatening to send him to jail for calling reporter covering trial. Why the hell would he do that? Why would the person call? And how the hell the judge say people be snitching? He said it at the beginning. People be snitching. A potential juror is high profile racketeering Rico trial of hip hop recording artist Jeffrey Williams, better known as his stage name Young Thug, was held in contempt by the court and given a lengthy scolding by the judge overseeing the case early Monday morning. Why shouldn't I hold you in contempt, sir? Judge Urel Granville asks. Contempt is punishment by fine of $1,000 or 20 days in jail. So why shouldn't I do that? The juror was audible during the contempt hearing, saying they were just inquiring about the speed of the hardship. Inquiring about the speed of the hardship. Granville started to ask if the question went against something, but he quickly cut off the juror who agreed that it does. I take full responsibility, the male juror said. What the fuck did he ask? Just inquired about the speed of the hardship. What is that? Let's listen. What the hell is the speed of the hardship? The reason that I go through all of this. Okay, listen to this, guys.
Why shouldn't I hold you in contempt, sir? Contempt is punishable by a fine of 1,000 days in jail. So why shouldn't I do that?
Well, Your Honor, I was just inquiring about the speed of the speed of the the hardships.
What the
But
fuck
doesn't
is
it go
that?
against?
It does, and I take full responsibility.
He white. He gonna let him go.
I mean, the reason that I go through all these admonitions is I told you that we have actually had people do those in other trials, and that affects the fairness, the lawfulness, and the of the trial as to both sides. I mean, that admonition I went through with you all was probably about 10 minutes at least. Yes?
Yes.
So why would you think this would be okay for you to inquire about this?
It was a dumb mistake on my part.
I mean, because that tells me you were listening on the media, which is what I told you not to do as well. Remember?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, this is how we have hiccups in trials, and we have to sometimes start over because people don't do what they're supposed to do. So I'm going to find you in willful contempt of my order. I'm going to sentence you to 20 days, but I'm going to suspend those 20 days on the condition of two things. One, you're going to do 10 hours of community service at a school, a synagogue, a church, telling them this is your subject title: behavior, choices, consequences. Okay. All right?
Like a child.
When we pick a jury in this case, you're going to come for the first 5 days of trial.
Okay.
That will satisfy your contempt. If you don't do the 10 hours and provide me proof, you need to do that within the next 30 days.
Roger that.
Fair enough?
That's very fair.
They always putting somebody on the damn books around this month. I told you, come to Georgia, you're going to be on the damn books. They're going to find a way to give you probation. We're going to go do some community service, go on a chain gang for 10 hours. And you got to pay to do community service. You got to pay. Oh, you thought that you just signed up and it's free. No, you got to pay. Then you pay a little stupid fine. Georgia is like a triple jeopardy state. Okay? Fuck. Excuse my language. I'm not reading that again. But I understand the guy shouldn't have called. I don't even understand. Let me figure out what the hell is a hardship. Inquire about hardship. The speed of a hardship. Because y'all know I study law. And I love to figure stuff out. I don't know what that means. The hardship in jury. Okay. In juries. You know, I'm like in jury duty. Okay, let's see, because I don't know what the hell that means. Second thought about hardship excuse. The judge must consider the burden of the jury. Oh, so why would he call the news for that? Oh, hardship. Basically, he don't want to be a juror. It says second thoughts about hardship excuse. Civil justice requires juries who are willing to be able to render a fair verdict. Jurors must be able to sit for extended period to comprehend the evidence presented as the parties and follow the law per the judge's instruction and verdict. Lawyers see impartial jurors who are able to serve in a critical function. As judges, we often face citizens who are involuntarily response to summons to appear and who are unable to serve and not participate or not particularly interested in serving. The unwilling potential jurors to serve may be particularly acute in a long civil trial involving volumeism of documents and videos and audio. The challenge is to select a jury who will find the trial and interesting and review the experience and review and make it a rewarding experience. So this is civil jury project. I'm just going to show y'all what I'm reading. Y'all already know. I'm going to go look that shit up real quick. Like, what that mean? What that mean? I'm not going to just read something, don't know what the hell that mean. What does that mean? So this is what I was reading. I'm going to share the link with you guys because y'all guys need to understand a little bit of law. So basically, this is when the jury has second thoughts about, when the juror that is selected wants to file for a hardship. Like, I can't do this. Especially in terms of this case, we know the case is going to be longer than what people really expect it to be. So, and according to Lawyers for Workers, he like, this could take years. Who got years and how much money they paying? Because you know it's inflation. People got mortgages, got stuff. You think you're gonna be on jury duty? Baby, see that's what make it hard. Because black people, we don't be rich enough to do all of this stuff. We don't be rich to do all of this. Okay. I want to share something very important, but we kind of, what time is it? We've been on this live for 1 hour and 19 minutes. Not too bad. But I do want to share one more important story before I go into it's two. Y'all like this. You got two more stories. Yes. Let's talk about Tesla. Yes. Tesla cars, the safest cars ever, allegedly running people over. This shit in China, you saw it. Y'all saw that video in China? Oh, we probably get that up there for you. Where they literally was hauling, the car was hauling, just hitting people, hitting cars and then caught on fire. So before I show you that video, let's read this real quick because this Super Bowl commercial was a little bit off the hook. Super Bowl ad shows Tesla Pala into child minicute and stroller after tech CEO spent $600,000 to warn of safe driving. So basically, somebody going after Elon Musk. They like, yeah, we're gonna make this video, and you know what they do during the Super Bowl. If they want to put a political ad, things like that, they're gonna make some satire, crazy stuff and it is like crazy for football. Y'all be seeing those commercials. So the Super Bowl advertisement has called for Tesla to ban its highly controversial full-service driving software. The chilling clip shows the auto manufacturer anonymously self-driving vehicle running over size child manicures and strollers. The $600,000 ad was taken out by vocal tech critics and tech CEO Dan O'Donnell. The advertisement began with Tesla failing to stop for a car navigating at a school crossway. The erratic vehicle eventually halts after brutally smashing a mini mannequin. This commercial following portions displayed on Tesla engaging in FSD, swerving into an ongoing traffic line. The vehicle driver is shown manually adjusting the automated software to avoid an accident. Next, we see the FDS active Tesla appear to drive through two baby strollers, past a stop school bus, ignore traffic signs, and again move onto the roadway side. This FSD advertisement was funded by the Dawn Project. The Dawn Project is a safety advocate program campaigning to ban Tesla FSD software where run by Odon. Now, I didn't see the commercial fully, but we about to go pull that commercial up for you. We about to pull up the Super Bowl commercial for you. And also we're going to pull up Tesla Super Bowl commercial. Also, we're going to pull up the China with it. Oh my God. Look at this. They so disrespectful. Okay, yeah. This is a 3-minute video. We're going to put this video for you guys because I know y'all ready to get to see it because I didn't get to see it because I don't watch the Super Bowl. I don't participate in that garbage. Garbage. Let's go. Yeah.
All right, meanwhile, electric vehicle makers gave it their all as well, pumping out EV ads for Sunday's big game. Stellantis, General Motors, and Kia all got some EV exposure. Yahoo Finance's senior auto car.
No EVs in that ad, but, you know, these cars aren't exactly the most green anyway. And Saz, you know, my favorite ad, I think, was the
There was an ad
hold on.
in
I probably
some
won't be able to.
markets.
Hold on 1 second. I want to see it. There we go.
Tesla full self-driving will run down a child in a school crosswalk, swerve into oncoming traffic, hit a baby in a stroller, go straight past stopped school buses, ignore do not enter signs, and even drive on the wrong side of the road. Tesla's full self-driving is endangering the public with deceptive marketing and woefully inept engineering. 90% agree that this should be banned immediately. Why does NHTSA allow Tesla full self-driving?
Yeah, so that was the commercial that we missed, guys. Hold on. Let's see if we can pull up the video in China. Okay, this was the video in China, y'all. Baby, watch that. Y'all can see this? Look. This was real. Ooh, he missed it. This is scary. Look at that. Ooh. Jesus. AI, no disrespect. You need us, AI, because you can't be doing shit. Computers talking about taking over. You need to slow down. I'm telling you, the human body is way faster than a computer. No disrespect, computer. You know I love you. You my pet. Look, my internet gonna be like, shut down. That's terrible. Oh my God. But the company cited background data countering that she had been speeding. Look at that go B-Hub. This is what they always do in China. They are no. God, I can't even talk about China. Can't talk about China. I was about to say something. Y'all saw it. I ain't even want to say nothing about China. Look what they be doing to their people though. Damn. So that we be doing, they be rough as hell. They act like the human body ain't the human body. I be telling people, y'all act like the human body could just take everything. Y'all be punching people in the head, the police. Boom, boom, boom. That's somebody. That's a body. That's a body made out of flesh and blood. It ain't made out of stones and bricks. Damn, y'all gotta have some respect. Hold on, my hair messing up. Been here so long. All right, now let's come down to our last. We just had to show y'all that. Last local update. Okay, the last local update right here is new details in Ohio chemical leak. We're gonna do a detailed review of this for the people who care. It's not gonna be on this channel because I know my uncensored family, y'all like things that's more exciting. I understand that, but y'all gonna have to get some of this work. Okay, we're gonna bring you up till you overflow. Okay, before I get copyright. Now listen to this. New details on Ohio chemical leak. This thing may have been allegedly planned, but I'm gonna just let the news talk to you about this real quick.
New details tonight about chemicals burning and leaking into the air and water following a train derailment in Ohio.
Oh my God.
The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency saying the derailed and damaged rail cars carried 3 more chemicals, which we've got listed there on your screen. And some of those cars have been on fire with those chemicals in there. When it comes to ethyl hexacrylate, that brings serious concerns to hazardous materials specialists.
We basically nuked a town with chemicals so we could get a railroad open. There's a lot of what ifs, and we're going to be looking at this thing 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line and wondering, gee, cancer clusters could pop up, well water could go bad.
That expert says that.
Let's stop. Now you hear what this expert say. I just need y'all to listen because new details on Ohio chemical leak, but then it says that it was a crash when they first describe it. But then when you listen to what the expert said, it sounded like it was a planned event. Listen to this. Maybe I listened to too much details. I'm just telling you, maybe I listen to this shit.
We're learning new details tonight about chemicals burning and leaking into the air and water following a train derailment in Ohio. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency saying the derailed and damaged rail cars carried 3 more chemicals, which we've got listed there on your screen. And some of those cars have been on fire with those chemicals in there. When it comes to ethyl hexacrylate, that brings serious concerns to hazardous materials specialists.
We basically nuked a town with chemicals
You hear
so
him?
we could get a railroad open. There's a lot of
Stop. Listen one more time.
railroad open. There's a lot of what ifs. You get a railroad, nuked a town with. We basically nuked a town with chemicals so we could get a railroad open. Basically nuked a town with chemicals so we could get a railroad open. Basically nuked a town with chemicals.
Don't kill me.
So we could get a railroad open. There's a lot of what ifs. And we're going to be looking at this thing 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line and wondering, gee, cancer clusters could pop up. You know, well water could go bad.
That expert says the chemical is a carcinogen and contact with it can cause burning and irritation in the skin, nose, throat, and cause coughing and shortness of breath. And then isobutylene is also known to cause dizziness and drowsiness when it's inhaled.
All right, we're going to stop right there. I know that's like, okay, that came out of left field, but we're going to do a full update on that one. Because from what I've been watching, not only was it a planned demolition or whatever they did with those trains, they actually knew that it was very hazardous. They told allegedly the people within 1 to 2 miles to evacuate or they would be life-threatening. And then within 48 hours, allegedly, they told the people they could come back there clear. That gentleman who you just saw was the gentleman who was in charge of like the EPA portion of it to make sure Environmental Protection Agency personnel that says like based on studies, that's his specialty. Was it okay to be coming back? And he said, I don't think that it's okay. And what they did allegedly, I'm telling you more of the story, is that they told the people, okay, you can come back in 48 hours, but you have a choice if you want to test before you go back, but you could go back. Some people who couldn't afford homes, rentals, wherever they at, they like, I'm gonna go back and see what's up. Allegedly, people complaining about their chickens being sick, complaining about them being sick, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we're gonna do probably more of an update on this weekend, and then we'll put the clips together so y'all can watch it separately through the week. Because baby, everywhere we turn around, we having some natural disasters that we really need to pay attention. It was like 3 more natural disasters that happened in the United States that was pretty big this week. And it wasn't about the balloons that I told you about earlier. But we still talking about Riri and her damn devil worshiping. Okay. Now, I want to move on to our final topic. This is, if you can take it, you can take it. If you cannot, then it's okay because it's not for you. This is going to be one of our videos that we start working on where we're going to dedicate to XXXTentacion. And the reason why I'm going to dedicate a series of videos to him is because of his mind and his heart, and as well as him being an artist that was taken away from us very young. He was very young. He was like my son's age. It was ridiculous. But what that goes to say, while he was on earth, he shared a lot of gems within his rap career that people probably didn't pay attention to because they were not his fans. But when my son started to show me and talk to me about the things he talked about, he brought him up because I was teaching my son about vibrations, sound meditation, how music vibrations set certain tones and behavior in you. And he like, well, yeah, XXXTentacion be talking about that. He be talking about 444 hertz, da-da-da. And he put this into his music, knowing that it's a harmonic feel and a vibration around the human body and heart that connects to music, sound, water, and everything else. So that's just the start. Yeah, we get a little deep here. But that's just the start. But I want to start off by at least starting with the carnality of his situation. And that's literally an update about his case. And this is the prosecutor going in on the murderer and giving her statements about the situation. So if no one remember what happened to XXXTentacion, we're going to show that we're going to show that, and we're going to show what happened with the robbery. Okay, and we're going to do prosecutors accused killer set out to rob. We're gonna watch 2 of them. Okay, young man, he's amazing, young man. I mean, y'all saw him. Y'all saw what y'all saw. I pray that y'all didn't judge, because if y'all didn't, y'all would have learned a lot from this young man. He was saying so many things, and he opened that young generation up to vibrational healing and knowing about vibrational manipulation. So I have to respect XXXTentacion. Let's listen.
Now at 5:30, time for trial for 3 men accused in the murder of a South Florida rapper. Hello again and good evening. XXXTentacion was shot and killed during a robbery years ago.
That's right. And today, opening statements got underway in a trial that is expected to last for months. 7's Alex Browning live at the Broward County Courthouse in Fort Lauderdale with our top story. Alex?
In Cortland, wrapping up just a few minutes ago for the evening. But this afternoon, we did hear from X's uncle, who was there on that tragic day back in 2018.
Day 1 in the trial for the 3 men accused of killing South Florida rapper XXXTentacion. Defendants Dedrick Williams, Trayvon Newsom, and Michael Boatwright in court as a jury listened to opening statements.
Wow.
State of Florida, did you wish to open?
Yes, we do. The rapper, whose real name is Jodeci Onfroy, was killed back in June of 2018 as he left Riva Motorsport in Deerfield Beach. He'd gone to the bike dealership that day with a relative after withdrawing $50,000 from the bank. As Onfroy left, surveillance cameras capturing a truck blocking the rapper from leaving and the robbery that ensued.
And the 2 gunmen jump out and immediately put guns in the victim's face and in Leonard Kerr's face.
Onfroy's uncle, Leonard Kerr.
You don't come out the effing car. And he was like with a gun. You don't come out the effing car. The shorter one was at Jodeci's side.
Both sides agree all 3 men took photos shortly after the crime with a large amount of money. However, all 3 defense attorneys argue their clients were merely accessories after the fact. Michael Boatwright is accused of pulling the trigger that day. His attorney says he couldn't have because he was not there.
4 o'clock, June 18th, 2018 is the time of this murder. At that time, Michael was home.
Dedrick Williams' attorney also placing the blame elsewhere, quoting a social media post made by Onfroy in the days leading up to his death.
Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake.
Robert Allen, the 4th suspect who was involved in the case,
said
but
it's
was
who?
not present for opening statements.
Wait.
If anybody kills me, it's Drake.
Ooh.
To his death.
Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake.
Ooh.
Leading up to his death.
Before X died, he said, if anybody kills me, it's Drake.
Robert Allen, the 4th suspect who was involved in the case, but was not present for opening statements. That's because Allen pled guilty to second-degree murder and has agreed to take the stand. Trayvon Newsom's attorney saying the only thing his client is guilty of is being friends with Allen.
Robert.
Oh, all right. That just sure enough opened. I was like, who? What? You heard it there. His attorney said allegedly. XXXTentacion said, if anything happened to me, it's allegedly Drake. He said Drake. We're going to keep that video because what we're going to be doing is doing, like we said, updates on XXXTentacion. We're going to be updating you on YSL as well as NBA Youngboy and any other rapper that True Bandit wants to focus in on. Now, let's get into the prosecutor's opening statement because she better be going. She going for blood. And I didn't even know XXXTentacion was Caribbean. His uncle sound Caribbean. Now, it's so weird. I just got to keep it real. I don't even care if he sound Caribbean. My thing is, how did they know that he pulled $50,000 out of his bank account? Did he make a post? Do anybody know did XXXTentacion make a post and was recording what he was doing? Because that is one of the biggest mistakes that people can do, especially being celebrities and making money moves. I'm not sure if that was happening because I told you I wasn't following him, but it's so weird that his uncle was in the car with him and his uncle's alive. So I'm just not going to say nothing on that note because it's just a little weird. But I'm still learning just like you guys, but y'all see how I am. I'm going to pull out, I'm going to ask some questions. I'm going to ask some real critical questions, and it got to make sense. So now we're going to watch the opening statements. We probably don't watch a full 20 minutes, probably about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to share the link with you guys in the description like I always do. And we're going to break the video down so you can watch clips of the specific subject matter throughout the week, okay?
You're going to hear testimony and you're going to see evidence about 5 lives that converged on June 18th of 2018, costing the victim in this case, Jodeci Onfroy, his life. The other 4 lives that you're going to hear about are Dietrich Williams, who's on the end over there with the bow tie. You're going to hear about Trayvon Newsom, who's in the middle in gray. And you're going to hear about Michael Boatwright, who has on a turtleneck. You'll also hear about Robert Allen, who's not seated here today, but you'll hear directly from him. He'll testify, he's in custody, and he'll tell you about his role
I like her.
with respect to what happened and the planning and everything that happened with this homicide. Some of the evidence that you're going to hear first starts with the day before June 18th. The day before June 18th, on June 17th, around 8 o'clock at night, you're going to hear from Tanisha Clark.
This mistake is costing Amazon Prime shoppers big. Are you still using Prime?
Tanisha Clark has a job, but makes side money by renting out her car to through an app called Turo. You'll hear how Turo is kind of like an Airbnb, but for cars. A person can put their car on the app for rental, and someone on the other end can rent directly from the person who is renting their car through Turo.
Wow.
Tanisha Clark, you'll hear, doesn't know the defendants. She had no connection to this case other than her Dodge Journey. She got prepared for it to be rented for one day. And so when she rents her car, she is greeted by Tony Robinson. You'll hear how Tony Robinson was very close friends with the defendant, Dietrich Williams. She was so close to Dietrich, she actually referred to herself as his sister. They aren't related, but they refer to themselves, she refers to herself as his sister. And so Tony, who rented cars before for Dietrich and his friends, was asked to rent the car for one day, not because you'll learn that the defendants wanted to go to Disney World or take some trip, but you'll learn through testimony that they wanted to be able to take the car, ride around, and rob people, that was their plan. And so Tony Robinson, when she rents out her car, is greeted by Michael Boatwright, who's on the end here.
You rent a car to rob
and
people.
is also greeted by Robert Allen, who you're going to hear from Robert Allen himself. They pick up the car, and by the next day, they are out riding around. And Robert Allen will tell you what the purpose was that they were all together, and he'll say that he was with all 3 co-defendants, and that together their plan was to be able to rob somebody that day, and that they had all of the things in preparation for that. They had firearms, they had masks, and they had the capability of doing it. And so on that day, they drive to Riva Motorsports, and the day that we're talking about is June 18th. On that same day, on June 18th, the morning of, before the homicide occurs, you're going to hear how Jodeci Onfroy, who is commonly referred to as XXXTentacion, woke up that morning, was woken up by his mom. You'll hear how he was a young celebrity rapper who gained his fame through a lot of his exposure through social media and downloads and things like that, and was very much a self-made artist who then rose up the ranks. He was wealthy as a result of his celebrity, and he also had a pregnant girlfriend who was pregnant with his first child. Jodeci that morning decided to go to the bank first. He lived out in Parkland and decided to go to Bank of America. You're going to see some surveillance from that. And you're going to hear from the teller who actually helped him at Bank of America because he was a regular customer. That morning, after going to the bank, his plan was to be able to go to Riva Motorsports. You're going to hear how he's also a regular customer at Riva Motorsports. And at Riva Motorsports, he intended on purchasing motorbikes, plural, possibly one or more, and that he'd done that before, and that was something that, you know, he wanted to do for himself and his friends. On that particular day, that morning, when he went to the bank, his intention was to withdraw $250,000 in cash to be able to make the purchase later on at Riva Motorsports.
Why?
The bank, you'll hear, did not have that amount on hand. And so they dispensed $50,000 to him from his account of his own money. You'll hear how later in the week, a few days later, he was slated to come back to the bank to collect the rest of the $200,000. And unfortunately, he never made it. What ends up happening after he leaves the bank, he puts the cash in what he often carried with him, which is a Louis Vuitton satchel. Also, you'll hear how his mother that day was concerned about him going to the Riva Motorsports by himself. She wanted him to be accompanied. A, because she knew, she'll tell you, that she expected for him to purchase some motorbikes and needed for him to ride back with someone to ride the motorbike and someone to be able to drive his car back, because obviously he couldn't do both. So she, you'll hear, asked a gentleman by the name of Leonard Kerr, who is related, not by blood, to the victim, in that he is the uncle of Jodeci's younger brother. So Leonard Kerr accompanies
That's not his real uncle.
Jodeci to Riva Motorsports. And Jodeci, you'll hear, is driving a very expensive car, a BMW i8, which we don't normally see on the road, so it's very easy to spot. It's a sports car that has butterfly doors and is very fast. And Jodeci himself, besides driving this very expensive sports car, is also very identifiable. Besides the fact that he's a celebrity, you'll get to see that at the time of his death, he also wore his hair in a hairstyle of blue dreadlocks. So it kind of stood out on top of everything else. And on that day, he traveled to Riva Motorsports unarmed with his, let's call him, for lack of a better term, step uncle, Leonard Kerr, to go purchase these motorbikes. And at that same time that Jodeci and Mr. Kerr are at Riva Motorsports, you'll hear how the 4 co-defendants in this case, the 3 of whom are on trial, traveled in the Dodge Journey to the same Riva Motorsports. And while 2 of the defendants, Robert Allen, who's...
Let me just pause real quick, because we're going to watch this whole thing, because this is very interesting. If you don't know what we're watching the XXXTentacion breakdown of the prosecutor opening statements, and we're learning a lot about it. So keep your ears, listen up. They're addressing XXXTentacion as Jodeci. This is his name.
Going to testify, and Dietrich Williams, who's on the end with the bow tie, go inside the store to purchase neoprene masks. They spot Jodeci inside the store. And this is all captured on surveillance, so you'll be able to see this for yourself in addition to hearing testimony about it. And so when they spot Jodeci, who has the blue hair and he has a very expensive gold necklace on and his Louis Vuitton satchel, they immediately, Robert Allen and Dietrich Williams, start communicating to the 2 co-defendants.
Do you love getting high, but
guys.
smoking hurts your lungs? I've got you covered.
Oh,
You
that
need
is terrible.
Trayvon Newsom and Michael Boatwright, who are still in the Dodge Journey, waiting for them to come back to the car. And the communication, I'm not giving you exact words, but something to the effect of that they spot the victim who's inside Riva Motorsports. And they are automatically spotting the fact that he's a celebrity. And so when Dietrich Williams and Robert Allen go back to the vehicle, now all 4 co-defendants are in the vehicle and the actions are set in motion. You'll hear about the layout of the parking lot of Riva Motorsports. There's only 2 entrances and 1 exit. One of the 2 entrances is one way, and so you can't exit. And the second entrance is an exit and an entrance. And the entire Riva Motorsports has surveillance inside and out. And the parking lot is encased by a fence.
Okay.
And so they are able to position themselves just across the street, and you'll be able to see how the 4 co-defendants in the car, Dietrich Williams, who's driving, by the way, go across the street and back in their car and lie in wait for several minutes for the victim to come out. They're able to easily spot his car because there's no other car like it in the parking lot. And you'll hear how they lie in wait for the victim to come out to exit the only exit of that parking lot. And you'll hear also, more importantly, what the conversation is in the car as they get ready to rob the victim. Michael Boatwright puts on his mask. Trayvon Newsom also puts on a mask. They have hoodies. They arm themselves with firearms. Michael Boatwright gets a firearm. You'll hear how also Trayvon Newsom gets a firearm. Amongst the 4 of them, they decide who's gonna jump out. You'll also get to see the differences between the 4 because you'll note that it's very important, the physical differences between the 4. Michael Boatwright is the tallest, skinniest out of the 4. Trayvon Newsom is next as far as the height. And there's a big height difference between Michael Boatwright, Trayvon Newsom, and Dietrich Williams, who's the shortest and stocky build. You'll also be able to see that day, Dietrich Williams has tattoos. His nickname is actually Tattoo Chucky. And in addition to the fact that Dietrich Williams is very short in stature and stocky compared to the 2 gunmen, Robert Allen, you'll see, is also short and he's also overweight, significantly overweight and more overweight than the 3 co-defendants that are sitting here before you. You'll note that there's a difference in their height, weight, stature, the way they walk, the gait, because as you look at the surveillance, you'll note and you'll hear testimony about who is who and how the difference between the 4 co-defendants of who did what. And so when there comes a point when you're looking at the surveillance and you see 2 tall gunmen jump out of the vehicle, you'll be able to note, I submit to you, that Trayvon Newsom is one of the gunmen and that Michael Boatwright is the other gunman. And so Dietrich Williams, driving, cuts off the victim as he's trying to exit Riva Motorsports. And as just like they planned, they're able to cut off the victim so that he can't move his car without either crashing it or whatever. And the 2 gunmen jump out and immediately put guns in the victim's face and in Leonard Kerr's face. You'll hear testimony about how Leonard Kerr was able to hear what the gunmen were saying to the victim. You'll also hear testimony about how Leonard Kerr ran for his life. And so as Jodeci is there, unarmed, in the driver's seat, surprised by the 2 gunmen in this case,
He left
you'll
him.
hear how they start struggling with him, punching him, and that both of the gunmen at one point are trying to get his property from him. they're able to wrestle away from him the satchel that had the $50,000 in cash. And without any provocation, without any type of weapons or anything being used by the victim, you'll hear how Michael Boatwright fires several times, killing the victim at close range. You'll also be able to see the surveillance that shows this.
All right. So this is where we're going to stop tonight. We're going into 2 hours of the broadcast, and we're going to keep you posted, and we're going to do a whole separate broadcast on XXXTentacion and his case. I want to say thank you guys for popping in, coming to say hi to Grace Levi, laughing at me, being mad at me, whatever you want to do. Just like, share, hit the like button. We are here to stay. I'm here to stay. We're going to be doing our hot topics at least once or twice a week. You already know we're going to give it to you live, real, and raw, and we're going to give you updates. Please keep your eyes open for our Jay-Z and Beyonce witchy documentary. We should be releasing something at least by Tuesday. It's going to be about 4-part series, okay? Because they got a lot going on. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here with Grace Levi. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, baby, because we in it to win it. I still got that finger up. Why I got the finger up?
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback team.
Answer. Because you are that, you are capable. You are gifted, and you are so unique. All of the things that you may hate about yourself are your strengths. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to be opinionated. It's okay to be different. And it's so okay to just